We welcome all our viewers on Araz News English, where we share with you latest news of South Azerbaijan community. Protesters against the Fitile program in city of Meshkin of South Azerbaijan have been punished by whipping and detained in prison. In the children's program called Filite, which was broadcasted on the Iran's official television in 2016, Iranian fascists humiliated Turks and represented them as left behind in development. This caused the Turkish nation to rise. In many cities of South Azerbaijan, those who reacted to the humiliation were arrested and put in jail. According to reports from Meshin Jahir, national civil activists arrested in this incident were Sina Gorbani Ershad, Siamek Seyfi, Beytullah Barzigar, Siamek Gardashi and Raza Ferejzadeh. The second penal court of Iran, on the accusation of creating turmoil on the streets and disturbing discipline in the city, sentenced each protester to 4 months imprisonment and 70 whiplash punishment. The prosecutor of these files declared the unjustified provision of Hassan Molay as follows: 4 months imprisonment of 1,800,000 to men and 70 lashes of 300,000 to men. It is important to note that Rza Bedeli, who was arrested for the same reason, was exempt from imprisonment due to insufficient files. In the cities of South Azerbaijan, suicide among young people is increasing day by day.
Gün hayatımın ahır günüdür. İstəyəm gedən bu dünyada. Day çəkməyəm. Bu filmimlə görə qoyam ki,
on Wednesday, in the Erdebil city of South Azerbaijan, a young man named Said, at age 19, committed suicide by throwing himself down from 5-story building in Erdebil Sheheriyeti Square. He sent a video to his parents from the Instagram before the suicide, saying, "Mom, Dad, if you have seen evil in me, forgive me. Live well without Said." These cynical scandals began to spread quickly in social media. It must be emphasized that all these sad events stem from the pressure of the Iranian state. Young people living in Iran and South Azerbaijan have to deal with the problems of their country, like weak economy, the uncertainty of the future, deprivation of any entertainment and social activism, and living with the constant guilt, living in the country which uses religion as a tool of oppression. It all drags young people into deep depression and suicide. Iran's former president Mahmoud Ahmadinejad called the Islamic Republic of Iran slave of England. Iran's former president Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and his bureau chief Esfendiyar Rahim Mashai protested against the 15 years prison sentence imposed on Hamid Bahai by the Iranian court and called the Iranian regime the slave of England. In addition, to show that Hamid Bahai case provision was originated from England, Rahim Mashai takes a video in front of the British embassy where he burns the document. In a statement published on Wednesday, March 14, Ahmadinejad emphasized that the Iranian judicial power were far from the right and the justice and accused the regime and all the system connected to it with corruption and theft. He said in part of his declaration, "This dictatorial regime, which grants no right to people, spends and sacrifices society, life, property and honor for their own interest." In another part of his report, he blamed Ali Khamenei for ignoring the corruption of ministries and government officials and said, "I am shameful and regretful because I serve this regime. In the near future, we will witness the fall of the regime." In the cities of South Azerbaijan, night letters were distributed on the occasion of centennial anniversary of the genocide of Jilaluk. South Azerbaijan National Resistance Organization distributed a night letter in the western part of southern Azerbaijan, especially in the cities of Khoy and Urmia, on the occasion of the anniversary of Jilaluk genocide. This letter was addressed to the young people for them not to forget this bloody incident and to learn about this historical process. From 1914 to 1918, racist Armenian groups were supported and armed by Europeans. This night letter accumulated unforgettable, unforgiving events and was concluded with prayers for those who lost their lives in the event of Jilaluk. It must be emphasized that South Azerbaijani children, women, youngsters and elderly people, whose number was exceeded 350,000 in Urmu, Khoy and Salmas cities of South Azerbaijan, became victims of brutal Armenian gangs and were massacred in a mass murder, particularly in the March 1918. A program called International Women's Day and Azerbaijani Women was organized in cooperation with the Light Road Association in Berlin. This program started with a performance of the musical group Bizler. Beymorak Gerami, first administrative committee of the Light Road Association, congratulated women, saying, "We are honored with the sheriff lady whom we chose as a president of our association because it represents that we have proved the equality of women and men." He continued to speak, evaluating the historical resources of Turkmen, the tribes of Korolu, and the historical character of Tumru Sanam, and evaluated the role of women in ancient Turkish societies. Women participating in this program, Naibe Shirinova, Omid Seyhun, and Meryem Niya. The conservative and modern woman gave speech and made poetry. Among men who participated in the event were Muhammad Ali Husseini and Aziz Salami. They also talked about undisputed role of women in Azerbaijani history and society. The program ended with the theme of "I am Azerbaijani woman," offered by Lady Sherife Jaferi. Dr. Nesip Nesibli's book, Problem of Azerbaijan on South and North, was published. Tabriz Investigation Institute Tebaren published the book Problems of South Azerbaijan on South and North, written by Dr. Nesip Nesibli, outstanding scientist and politician. In the book, consisting of 360 pages, the various historical periods from Azerbaijani Turkish history have been examined from a different point of view. Both positive and negative aspects of their views and activities have examined in terms of national interest. Azerbaijan and Turkey relationship, the Karabakh issue, along the past and today, Soviet regime and Turkism, re-evaluation of old heritage, Pan-Iranian births and Turks. Bilal Reza Khatami directed translation and broadcasting of the book in Turkish. Selçuk Alkın made the editions, and Ahmet Yazaci designed the cover. This week, we decided to make a brief overview of the historic territory of Azerbaijan. According to historic record, the historical boundaries of Azerbaijan territory are as follows. On the northern border, the Northern Caucasus Mountain and the Dagestan of the Russian Federation. On the eastern border, Caspian Sea. On the western border, Anatolia. On the south, the Iraqi Ajem region of Persian Iran. And these are the main cities of the historical Azerbaijan: Tabriz, Baku, Urmiye, Zenjan, Gence, Nakhchivan, Erdebil, Kazvin, Hemedan, Suldus, and Astara. According to some historians, this region was inhabited by Turks for more than 1,000 years. Of course, different ethnic and religious minorities have always existed and lived in Azerbaijan. The historical Azerbaijani territory was divided into two parts, named the Northern and Southern Azerbaijan. It was divided in accordance with the Gulistan Treaty in 1813 and the Turkmenchai Agreement in 1828 that was signed after a long war between Tsarist Russia and the Qajar Turkish state. The northern part is today known as Independent Azerbaijan Republic, and the southern part is located in northwest of Iran. The historical and spiritual capital of southern Azerbaijan is Tabriz city. Other important cities are Urmiye, Zenjan, Kazvin, Hamedan, Nagade, also known as Suldus, Erdebil, and Astara. South Azerbaijan is exposed to Iran's internal colonial politics. The Iranian state is trying to undermine Azerbaijan identity. For that reason, only provinces of Tabriz and Urmia today are bearing the name of the Azerbaijan, and the names of other provinces have been changed and falsified. Likewise, Iran is trying to disconnect South Azerbaijan with the Caspian Sea and Turkey. Therefore, Caspian ports, especially in the city of Astara, were torn from South Azerbaijan and were connected to Gilan. In addition to that, collaboration of terrorist group which attempt to change demographic structure of region create a buffer zone between Turkey and South Azerbaijan. But despite all this, South Azerbaijani people are in the constant struggle for their rights and national identity. It was all news for this week. See you next Saturday on Araz News English.